The Fraud Act aren't those words that sound intimidating. And it can get worse if you find yourself being asked about something that might or might not have happened several months or even years after the fact. And there you are, expected to remember it all and give a coherent response. Well, that might seem reasonable to police or to investigators, but when you might not remember or even have access to original emails or business records of what was going on at the time, well, it can seem unfair, maybe even stacked against you. Most regular people don't even know what the Fraud Act is. That's understandable. It's only been around since the mid-2000s, and it's not as if someone who's being questioned has been preparing for this moment until now. But there are a few things that you should know that can help keep things in perspective and hopefully prevent panic. And the first is that there are criminal lawyers who are specialists in Fraud Act cases, who know this stuff inside out, and they can guide you through it. The second thing to bear in mind is that whether it's Section 2, fraud by false representation, Section 3, fraud by failure to disclose, or even Section 4, fraud by abuse of position, the prosecution have to prove dishonesty on your part. Mistakes don't count. Naivety doesn't count. Trusting someone that you realise afterwards you shouldn't have trusted, it doesn't count. If they can't prove you were dishonest, they can't prove their case. Now, our solicitors have been acting in Fraud Act cases since 2007, when the 2006 Act became law, and we've acted in some of the biggest fraud and financial cases domestically and internationally during that time. And we know what it takes to win. Specialist barristers, top solicitors, top forensic accountants, industry experts. But this isn't just for big cases. For us, the most important case is the one facing the client who's sitting in front of us, whether it's an allegation of £100,000 or 100 million. Now, of course, do your research. Search the web for news articles about cases we might have been in, but there's no substitute for giving us a call. You can ask us what we think about your case. We're happy to talk. It may end up being the most important call you make.